Shut up and sit down.
Hold it, what the hell is that shit? Heineken? Fuck that shit! Pabst Blue Ribbon!
Bueller.
911, what are you reporting?
This is AC. I have OJ in the car.
Okay, where are you?
Please, I'm coming up the 5 freeway.
Okay.
Right now, we are okay, but you gotta tell the police to just back off. He's still alive, but he got a gun to his head.
Okay, hold on a minute.
I like them French fried potatoes.
Shazam!
Have a cocktail.
No, I don't care for any.
I said have a cocktail.
I guess he wants us to have a cocktail.
Waiter, will you serve the nuts? I mean, will you serve the guests the nuts?
The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
Clap on, clap off, the clapper.
Boom! What's up, gentlemen? Greetings and welcome, people of Earth, to the third floor as we bring you Monday evening football. Gotta be careful of that copyright shit. So we're calling it Vintage Monday Evening Football. I guess you can call it MEF. Whatever you want to call it, call it. But we're calling it here tonight. Guys, I looked and I was just like, man, what am I going to kick this off with? And I think I came up with a game. I think I came up with a pretty good game from the past. Tonight, right here, we will relive. What's up? Look at the chat's already blowing up. Holy smokes. Nazi Pelosi, hey pal, what happened to the stream? What happened to the stream? A little late, as usual. Last night, yeah, we got copyrighted once. And I appreciate your texts from last night telling everybody to chat to just hang in there. He'd be back. Appreciate you. Who else we got? Of course, we got Angus in here. I guess Angus set his alarm clock. Who else we got in here? That's right. Serve the nuts. You guys get it, man. Hooking you up. Cool, everybody, everybody's cool and ready. 1993, week 18. The Dallas Cowboys, 11-4. No, I'm sorry, 11-5. All right? No, 11-4. Giants, 11-4. The scene is the New Jersey Meadowlands. The year is 1993. And this is the last game of the regular season, the last weekend, or actually the official last game. The official last game of the 93 season was actually played on a Monday night on January 3rd, and that was between Philly and San Francisco. In San Francisco. Oh, I'll give you the final later when we run down the scoreboard. But what we got here tonight is the Cowboys and Giants. It's a winner-take-all for the NFC East crown, and that would secure home field and a lot of other stuff. And this is a big matchup because right now, this is going to be this is, I think, Jimmy Johnson's last year as the coach in 90. I think. I'm not sure. We'll double check that. Texas, I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. I think this was the last year for Jimmy Johnson. Didn't Switzer take over after that, I think? I had some rumble with Nuts keeping this window open as a brief plan B. I'm secure tonight. I'm pretty secure tonight with Angus Clips in halftime. I'm sticking to my main source. And, yeah, just a quick shout out. You'll see at Kev G, you'll see his little logo down there in the corner of all my 2-minute warning, the Angus Clips, the halftime, and all this other stuff. I'm pretty secure tonight, Angus, but way to go, buddy. Way to support me on both sides. I really appreciate that. Yeah, man. So anyway, getting back to tonight's matchup, what we have is, like I said, it's a winner take all, and it's Aikman, it's Emmitt Smith, it's Michael Irvin, it's Megan, look, just sit back, buckle up, and get ready because we're about to take a journey into the step. No darts, no darts. Darts is over for a week, and then they start their season. So yeah, I'm good with darts. Darts seems to be a Rumble only thing. And again, my issue with the darts was I went to another source. I didn't go to my normal source that I go for the darts. So that was actually my bad. I probably caused that one, but still, I mean, come on, what the fuck are we talking about here? Anyway, all right, if you were with us for the first one that we did, the first vintage game that we did, we did the 1980 AFC Championship game, Raiders and Chargers in San Diego, and we had a good time. We had a blast and everything. Again, if you want to watch along, I'll tell you where I'm at, and I'll tell you how to do everything if you want. If not, you just want to kick back and listen and try to imagine it. I'll give you the best vision and paint the best picture I can, play by play, of the 1993 Week 18 showdown between the Cowboys and the Giants from the Meadowlands. Now, what we did is because that was a playoff game. Excuse me. That was a playoff game, and what we did is we took you all the way up to that moment of that game, including giving you the final of the Cowboy-Eagle game earlier that day. So that played out well. So how did we do that? Well, the first thing we did is we took a look at the standings. Oh, Texas, by the way, halftime. Please, make sure you're here for halftime, buddy. I have got the throwback of throwbacks in the NFL. Probably in all seriousness, my second favorite helmet ever in the NFL coming up at halftime. Before that, we have an Angus clip. I think you'll like the Angus clip. We got a quick opening, and then we're going to get to the standings. We're going to get to the leaders. We're going to get to all of that. We got tonight, because it's so special, we have 4 sideline reporters. Sorry, 5. Well, how many we got down here? We got 5 guys on duty tonight. Cutie Owl. The Owl. Alien. On the sidelines for halftime. Also, Q the Gator. Q the Goat. Q the Beaver. Not that fucking Beaver. There, Q the Beaver. They'll all be working the sidelines and then up in the booth, especially tonight. Whoop, my bad. There we go. Special, there we go. Welcome to the Third Floor Vintage Monday Evening Football. Tonight, It's Week 18, 1993 action. Cowboys Giants for the NFC East crown. Cue to Gator. Say cue to Gator. Come on, guys. Production's slow.
New star was born when punt returner Ed Podolak dazzled the national television audience with a premiere performance of the dashing style which would soon become a major part of the Kansas City offense.
Here's the punt. Lee. Wow. It's a beauty. It comes to Ed Podolak at the 24-yard line. Look out. Podolak is finally caught by Duncan at the Kansas City 49-yard line. Lee to do the punting for Baltimore, gets his kick away. Another good kick. He's a fine punter. Podolak takes it at the 42. Oh, look out. What a spectacular run. Fantastic run. We were all about to say about 3 different times, Ben, he's down. It was a good run. You'll see Podolak catch the ball and split the seam. The wall coming in as Mormon trying to set up for him. He does get a couple of good blocks. Now, the punter, David Lee, he's not really used to that tackling. That's what you call the old bulldog. That's what you call your old bulldog, and he missed it again. And Podolak is heading for that end zone, but he didn't quite make it. A heck of a run back. He traveled 54 yards with that punt return, and Kansas City has the ball. First and goal to go at the Baltimore 4-yard line.
Perhaps more than anyone else, Ed Podolak symbolizes the Chiefs of the future. A former college quarterback at Iowa, Podolak in his second year as a pro not only learned to catch a punt, but led all of pro football in punt returns, and rapidly became the player the Chiefs tried to get the ball to any way possible. Because once he got the ball in his hands, there was no one in football who could find the open spaces any faster. Once in the open, the high striding power of Crazy Legs Podolak churned up 1,755 yards of total offense.
Boom. Ed Podolak. Little flashback there for you guys. And as I said, we're going to take a look at the 1993 NFL standings here. We're going to go to the AFC first, the AFC East. The Bills finished at 12-4 that year. What a strong year. One more time, going to the Super Bowl later on. Dolphins finished at 9-7. The old Jets at 8-8. Patriots at 5-11. And yes, the Colts still in the East, 4-12. Now, remember, guys, 1993 alignment. Boom. AFC East, Central, and West, 3 divisions apiece. We look at the Central, the Houston Oilers, 12-4. What a powerhouse they had that year in 93. Edging out the Steelers, who are 9-7. Browns go 7-9, and the Bengals at 3-13. Losing track big time. But they'll get back on track soon enough. Take a look at the AFC West, where the Chiefs went 11-5, the Raiders went 10-6, the Broncos went 9-7, Chargers 8-8 in a very competitive battle, and the Seahawks, yes, the Seahawks still in the AFC in the last place at 6-10. Take a look at the NFC East and where they stand prior to this game. As you see there, Cowboys, Giants locked in a tie at 11-4 each. by the Eagles, 8-8. The Cardinals, the Cardinals, 7-9, and the Redskins at 4-12. And like I said, that NFC East, the last game, we're going to be bringing it to you momentarily. Winner take all in the NFC East. In the old black and blue division, my favorite division of all time, because that's where the Bucs wound up. Yep, the Bucs in the Central, the furthest south team, boom, next to Miami, are in the Central, in the black and blue division, and look at the division that they had to compete with since their inception. And Lions pull out a 10-6, Vikings 9-7, Packers 9-7, Bears 7-9, and my Bucs come in at 5-11. At this point, there are 4 seasons since 79 when they were in the NFC Championship game in 79 against the Rams, who went on to lose to the Steelers. Bucs falling off the table. The NFC West. Now, this is a really interesting division, guys. Check out the NFC West in 1993. 4 teams sit in the West. The 49ers at 10-6. The Saints, 8-8. The Falcons, 6-10. The Rams, 5-11. Look at that NFC West, guys. Niners, Saints, Falcons, Rams. All that just prior to all of the realignment that's about to take place real soon. We'll check out the NFL 1993 awards. Your MVP of the league was Emmitt Smith of the Cowboys. Your offensive rookie of the year, do you guys recognize this guy's name from the Steelers? Jerome Bettis, rookie of the year, 1993. Look at that defensive player. These are Hall of Famers, guys. I think they did pretty good selection that year. Dana Stubblefield, who will become an absolute beast and a legend amongst Niners. Your offensive player of the year, not surprising, 49ers, Jerry Rice. And your defensive player of the year is the Steelers' Rod Woodson. Take a look at the leaders in the NFL, offensive leaders that year. In passing, you had John Elway of the Broncos, 4,030 yards, 348 completions on 551 attempts. Steve Young finished second with 4,023 yards, 7 yards behind Elway that year. 314 completions on 462 attempts. Now, look at that, 7 yards, but look at the difference between the completions and the attempts, and only 7 yards separate Elway and Young. And then Warren Moon of the Oilers, who had an amazing year, 3,485 yards on 303 completions, 520 attempts. Moon loved to air it out, as you can see there. Your yards receiving, Jerry Rice, 49ers, 1,503 yards on 98 receptions. Cowboys, Michael Irvin came in at 1,330 yards on 88 receptions. And then there you go, Sterling Sharp with the wrong thing up there. He, mother son of a bitch. I put the wrong one up there, guys. My bad. Well, he was in third. Rushing was Emmitt Smith, 1,486 yards on 283 attempts. Jerome Bettis, 1,429 yards, 294 attempts. And Thurman Thomas, 1,315 yards, 355 attempts. As you can see there, man. Some serious offense. Your touchdown leaders that year, Steve Young led quarterbacks, 29. Elway came in with 25. And Bobby Hebert, the Falcons, with 24. Your touchdown rushing leaders, Marcus Allen of the Chiefs. Yep, Marcus Allen of the Chiefs. Long gone from the Raiders, comes in with 12. 49ers, Ricky Waters with 10 touchdowns. And Emmitt Smith came out with 9 that year. And receiving touchdowns, Jerry Rice had 15. Andre Rison had 15 of the Falcons. And the Packers, again, Sterling Sharp comes in with 11. And that's where we're at And now we are ready to bring you. That's right. You guys ready? Here we go. Oh, son of a bitch. Fell off. All right, got that going. Okay, we got it queued up. We are using, again, it's the 1993 Week 18 Cowboys Giants. I am using Bart Simpson is my source for the game that I will be watching. I will have the great John Madden and Pat Summerall in my ear as my spotters for this game to help me along, to help me bring you this game.
Who wrote this book?
Scientists who've been persecuted for their beliefs.
That means they're unemployed.
If we can make fun of it, then forget it.
This is serious.
When's the last time you actually caught something here?
2 years?
Clap on, clap off, the clapper.
Boom. All right, guys, there you go. There's the rundown, the standings, the leaders. That gives you an idea of what happened and what was going on in 1993. And without any further ado, like I said, my source for the game is Bart Simpson. That's the guy who has supplied this video that I'll be watching here on YouTube. And I am paused at exactly 1 second. I am paused at 1 second. I have John Madden on the screen. And if everybody is ready, I'm going to address something first. Texas, I just read that. I'm very, very, very sorry to hear that you're starting your year off like that, man. But sometimes, hey, man, you close one chapter and open another chapter, close a door, open a new door, shut a window, open a new window. There's thousands of things I could say to you, but all I could just say to you is, man, just hang in there. We're all with you. We're here if you need anything. And again, sorry, but all I can do is hope you the best and hope you ain't out of work real long, man, because that totally sucks. I'm retired, and I know what it's like to be on an extremely, extremely tight budget and a fucking real low amount of income. So I'm sorry to hear that, bub. So hang in there. I hope tonight, man, just kick back and enjoy, man, and hopefully we can give you a little bit of de-stressing there. All right. Your water pump is out too. Okay, you're just having a great day, Texas. I am really fucking sorry to hear all this, man. This is $10 section of drywall is the reason. Oh my God. All right. That's horrible to hear, man, but I just hope for the best for you, bro. I hope it turns around for you real quick. Sorry to hear that. And so is Angus. So is everybody else. All right, I am paused at 1 second. I am getting ready to start the game. Guys, you ready? It's vintage NFL Monday evening football, Week 18, 1993. The Meadowlands. It's an early game. Madden, Summerall on the call, and yours truly bringing it to you, play-by-play, Cowboys, Giants. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We're going to be calling some really, really intense names in this one, man. This should be fun. Winner clinches the NFC and home field advantage. Del Russo with the kickoff to the Cowboys. They win the toss and they elect to receive, and it gets it in the end zone, kneels at about 2 yards deep. And I'm going to agree with Pat Summerall as we go here. That crowd is alive in the Meadowlands right now, man. Cunell, Newton, Cornish, Gogan, Williams. That's your front line of the Cowboys. Aikman is in the back. You got Emmitt Smith, Darryl Johnston. Michael Irvin, Alvin Harper, Jay Novacek. Those are your starters for the Cowboys. Here comes Troy Aikman and the boys. He is under center. Taylor just gets into my screen, takes up the whole screen. Hand off to Emmitt Smith. He breaks out. He goes out to the sideline. He's going to get up, and he's going to start this game off with an 8-yard gain. Emmitt Smith on the carry. Took a minute for them to catch up to him after 8 yards. Giants defense, Fox, Dillard, Hamilton. That's your front three. Taylor, Brooks, Bailey, Corey Miller. That's your linebackers. And an outstanding secondary right here. Raymond, Jackson, Guyton, and Collins. Mark Collins, probably one of the best cornerbacks this game has ever seen. 2nd and 2. Aikman under center. Hands off to Smith again. Depends on the spot. It depends on the spot. Waiting on the spot. Norv Turner is the offensive coordinator for Dallas. I'm just going to make note of when they do that so we can get an idea. Offsides, Giants. So I didn't even know there was a flag on the play, but that'll be 5 yards for the Cowboys, first down. Doesn't matter. Dan Reeves is the head coach of the Giants right now. And like I said, Jimmy Johnson on the sidelines of the Cowboys, not the racer. The Cowboys outscoring 61-12 in the last 2 games against the Giants. Aikman. That's a quick pass out to Novacek. Short gain there. So Aikman connects to Novacek. I'll move the ball up. It looks like at the 38-yard line, 39-yard line. Second and 4. Give him 6 on that. I thought it was about a 5-yard gain. Aikman under center. Smith is the only one in the backfield. Here comes everybody. The whole right side of the Giants defense jumps off sides. I think they got 2 and a with the quicks. I think yes. 2 and 8 jumping way ahead of the snap. So now that's going to break it down to a 2nd and 9 with the 5-yard penalty. Bring it back to 34. Aikman under center. Play action. Quick throw to the sideline. And he's got Moose Johnston. Quick tackle. Short gain. Got a little bit of the yardage back. See how much it is. 3rd down coming. It's a 3rd and 5, so he got 4 of the 9. Got the ball at their own 37, Dallas does. Aikman under center. He drops back for the pass. Pass is complete, and it's going to be to Emmitt Smith, and that's not going to be enough for the first down. Mark him about a ball and a half short. It's a big decision here for Jimmy Johnson so early in this game. And Jimmy Johnson with about 6 inches to go, unlike today's game, he's going to punt it and not fuck around. John Jett, he's your punter for the Cowboys. Dave Meggett, back for the Giants. Jett gets it away with a little bit of pressure. Meggett says fair catch, and he does at the 24-yard line of the Giants, and that's where the Giants will start their first drive at their own 24. Giants defense stops the Cowboys. 11:27 to go, first quarter. So here comes Phil Simms, Jumbo Elliott, Roberts, Bart Oates, Cratch, and Riesenberg. That's your front line for the Giants. Cratch, Hampton, Bunch, Callaway, Jackson, Cross. So Hampton in the backfield and Bunch in the backfield. Callaway, Jackson, and Cross, your receivers. That's your starters for the Giants offense. Here comes Phil Simms. He's got 15 touchdowns, 9 interceptions on the year. Starting this drive under center. Goes back, handoff. And he is going to be, is that Hampton? Hampton is smothered after a gain of maybe 2.5. Lett, Maryland, Cassile, Tolbert. That's your front line for the Cowboys. Smith, Ken Norton, and Dixon. Those are your linebackers. Larry Brown, Thomas Everett, Darren Woodson, and Kevin Smith in the secondary. 2nd and 7 after the gain at 3 by hand. Simms under center. Crowd is ornery. Now the movement on the Giants side, and another flag and another false start on the offense. This time it's the Giants defense. That's false start, number 61. Back it up 5. We get 2nd and 12 now. Big matchup, the big, huge, massive offensive line for the Giants against that Cowboy defense. Simms is going to go back. He's got time. He lets it go way downfield, and he's got his man. He fumbles. Here's a fumble. I believe the Giants got it back. Man, oh my Lord, this is Giants and Cowboy. Oh my Lord, look at this pile here. So far, we got an early signal going Dallas's way on the fumble. So that was Pierce with the catch. Pierce is a tight end, big guy. And they just fought him, and they tackled the ball and him. Meggett did not get in there. Cowboy ball on the turnover. Cowboys take the ball back over at their own 37 after the big completion, big tackle, hard tackle, fumble recovered by the Cowboys. Here they come. Not what you want when you got everything on the line. Not turnovers this early. Aikman back, pass, over the middle, incomplete. Looks like he was looking for Smith. We got a flag. Let's check this flag. It's in the secondary. Holding against Bailey. So holding against the Giants. That's usually what happens when the flag lands in that area. So the Giants hiccup in here a little bit. Big pass by Simms to Pierce, fumble. And now a holding call negates the incomplete, moves it 5. They're out to the 42, 1st and 10. Aikman under center. Aikman, play action to Smith. Pass, downfield towards the sideline. He's got his man. That's that's Alvin Harper on the catch. Alvin Harper, former Buck. Alvin Harper with the catch. On the sideline, big gain. Gain of about, 15, 16 yards. They move the ball out to, it's just touching the 40 of the Giants. Toss to Smith. Smith is going to be hog tackled right at the 40-yard line, the 0 of the 40. Give him maybe a yard and a half, 2 yards, 9:30 and counting first quarter. Hamilton on the tackle. Move the ball to right about the 39-yard line of the Giants. Second and 9. Aikman back, pass, sideline. He's got Daryl Johnson in. Man, he puts his shoulder down. Corey Miller brought him down, but I don't know who bounced off him. He put his shoulder pads down and a Giant just bounced off him like a rubber ball. The moose is loose. That's a big son bitch to bring down. Back in the days when every team had a fullback. So Dallas's first drive stalled to get the ball back on the interception. Now they're moving the ball. They're just shy of the 30 for the Giants. Aikman looks everything over at 8:32 and says, timeout. Giants taking a timeout here. And we're going to take a quick timeout. We're going to take a quick timeout. And we're going to, let's say, cue the beaver. Cue the beaver.
Rest. They have been on his case.
And here's Bo Jackson around the corner and down the sideline, and there he goes.
Well, that man has hit some long home runs in baseball. He's just hit the longest run in Raider history.
92 yards. We had a clock on it, and it took him 15 seconds. Football, pads, helmet, and all with the Bengals chasing him to go 92 yards.
Tremendous move by Bo Jackson as he just explodes down the sideline. A chance to watch it. Watch Steve Smith. Smith in motion right here is going to get a bump out on the defensive man coming over to try and contain. And Jackson just dives inside of that block. And watch him now as he outruns everyone. Reggie Smith, 57, couldn't get over there. I think that's Fulcher, 33. He's not going to catch Bo. Billups coming from the other side. Bo is a sprinter. He's away. He's gone.
Shazam.
A little sports moment there for you. How do you do, Bo Jackson? All right, I am paused at 12 minutes and 21 seconds is where I paused. 12 minutes, 21 seconds, and that's where we're going to pick the game back up. We're coming back from a commercial break after a timeout by the Cowboys as they continue their second drive, just shy of the 30-yard line of the Giants. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're back. We're back. What's up, people? Wherever you're watching from, please hit the like, hit the follow, hit the sub. This is it, man. This is play-by-play like nobody else. Third Floor does it like nobody's business. Angus clips, halftime, sports moments, third and short, hands off to Emmitt Smith as he goes to the ground. I don't know if he tripped on his own. The center got a piece of him, but Aikman went down as he handed off to Smith. Smith got it and made something out of nothing. Probably 4 yards. We'll take a look. I'm not sure. Even Smith got tripped up. He tripped over somebody. Moved the ball out to the 27 of the Giants. First down. Gets it out to Johnson again, and he does a flip fumble, comes back and picks it up. Ref saying down, down, down at the 21. Daryl Johnson going airborne there. Up and over. We're going to isolate on Taylor because we haven't called his name. Let's see what's going on with Taylor. Taylor absolutely 1, 2, 3, 3 guys around Taylor on that one. And he still almost got to Aikman. 2nd and 3. Emmitt Smith again with the handoff. He gets up the middle. He's not brought down until he gets about 7. Straight up the middle to the 15. He's going to be on the other side of the 15 there. Smith, just the handoff, it exploded up the middle. Back of the ball, touching the 15-yard line. 1st and 10. Aikman under center. Handoff Smith. He breaks through it. Again, towards the line. Try to get out. He does not. Guyton got him after a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. Cowboys moving it here. Some amazing hitting going on, guys. The sound of this game is insane. They are hitting. I mean, hitting. Smith's ability to just change direction on a dime is amazing. And it right there on the replay showed it perfectly. 2nd and 6. Aikman under center. Handoff. Smith. He stutter steps. And he gets maybe to the 9. Dillard on the tackle. This is old school days, guys, waiting for the tight end and a wide receiver to run the play in from the coach. Aikman gets the play. Giants defense calling for the crowd to get louder. They were loud already. Now they are even louder. Aikman under center at the 9. 3rd and 4. There's a false start. No flag. There is a flag. False start on the Cowboys. That'll back it up to the 14. So making it more and more difficult inside the red zone. Williams is staring at Lawrence Taylor, and he saw Lawrence lean. Wow, that could have been either way. I think Taylor moved first, but I don't think he went into the neutral zone, and that caused Williams just to come up out of his stance. So a 3rd and 9 from back to the 15-yard line. Aikman under center. 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom, Smith in the backfield. Aikman back to pass. He's looking, finds his target. Fumble. Ball's out of bounds. I don't know who has possession. It goes Cowboys' way. Giants can't get to it. Was that a catch and a fumble? Let's see it right here on the replay. Armstead couldn't control the ball after it came out. So 4th down, that'll bring on Eddie Murray. Here's the field goal. Field goal is good. 4:37 to go, first quarter. 3-0 Cowboys on the 36-yarder. Cowboys ready to kick off to the Giants. So far, not easy to move the ball. Onside kick, handled by the Giants, right at the 50. And that's Jesse Armstead. He couldn't handle the fumble, but he sure as hell could handle the onside kick. Big call by Jimmy Johnson. Rolls the dice, and it comes up craps. Giants get a huge break. Huge gamble there by Jimmy Johnson and the Cowboys. 3-0 lead in the first quarter, and he's onside kicking. Check that. Ball's at the 44-yard line of the Cowboys. Sims, play action. Back to pass. Looking. Plenty of time. Gets hit as he gets rid of it. And that's Leon Lett burying Sims as he just got rid of it. Ball's incomplete as it just falls like a dead duck. Sims is trying to rearrange his equipment after that hit. He had time. The play action bootleg, he comes back. I think he was looking for Callaway down there. Under center again. Callaway's in motion. Sims back to pass. In and out of the hands of Jackson with the hands of stone, unable to make that catch from Sims. It was in his hands, but he threw it hot. But still, you got to make that. You got to make that. Sims under center. 3rd and 10 from the 45 after the onside kick. They have yet to move the ball. Play action. Back. Pressure again. He gets away from it. He's going to go down for the sack at his own 49. Huge play there by the Dallas defense. And that's Jeffcoat. Look out when Jeffcoat gets a hold of you. So after the gamble and the onside kick, giving the Giants beautiful field position, they wind up losing 6 yards, and they'll have to punt. So right now, give the edge. Cowboy defense, Cowboy offense so far, even though it's 3-0. Punt is away. Feels it at the 11. He's downs it to the sideline. He gets out maybe to the 15. And that's Williams with the punt return. Flag down, so hold everything. Nathan, I didn't see you sneak in there. Nathan, how are you doing, buddy? Welcome aboard. Tim Witherspoon. That's awesome. Tim Witherspoon on Mania. January 7th at 10 a.m. Eastern on Mania. 3:43 left. 3-0. Your timeout. Absolutely, Texas. Absolutely. Hold on a second. That's big news there, Nathan. Tim Witherspoon, no joke. If you were with us last night, during our sports moment, we had Hearns a couple of times. But yeah, Mania, January 7th, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Tim Witherspoon on NY Mania. Brought to you by Joe, the man. Guests supplied by The guests are supplied by VP Niven. So there you go. Absolutely, you could share that. So what's up, Nathan? Welcome aboard, man. Thank you for tuning in. Smith had the carry, short gain. 2nd and 6 after the 4-yard gain. Aikman, handoff Smith. Smith again cuts off to the left. Bounces ahead for 5. Gets out to the 16-yard line. And LT on the stop. Isolating on LT. Just, my God. What a... There's nobody going to be better than this guy. I'm sorry. I don't know, man. Oh, my Lord. Lawrence Taylor. What a fucking legend. John Madden just saying, I think that this is the best guy on defense in the game. Emmitt Smith breaks this one loose for about 10, 12 yards. Again, Aikman losing his footing as it goes down on the handoff. I don't know if Aikman's drunk or what, or just can't keep his feet out of his own way. Doesn't matter. Hand it off to Smith. He'll do the rest as he scampers for like 12, 15 yards there. We're at 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Move the ball all the way out to about the 30. 1st and 10 from the 27. Aikman back to pass. Plenty of time. Over the middle of the field, in and out of the hands. Greg Jackson on the coverage. That was Harper with the drop. I'm sorry, that was Michael Irvin with the drop. My bad. I'm sorry. Michael Irvin with the drop. In and out of his hands. Good defensive play there. 2nd and 10. Aikman. Smith up the middle. Done for 3. Look at Eric Howard on the ankle tackle there, saving it. Smith is just... It looks like he is just one move, one step, or a side step away from breaking a big one. He almost got a big one before. It did for about 12 yards, 15 yards, but they are just getting him just before he is able to get loose. So, Giants defense definitely stepping up. However, Emmitt Smith is becoming a workhorse right now. Aikman under center, 3rd and 6. He's going to pass. Plenty of time. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to take off. He's got the first down and more. And like a big boy, he's tackled. You don't get to see Aikman run much. He's looking for oxygen or a ride back to the huddle after that scramble. Needed 6. He got 6, but he had to run about 20 to get it. Aikman, not known for his running, obviously. When you get past the way he does, you seldom have to run anyway. So it's a moot point about him being a good runner or a bad runner, or whether he's missing that from his game or not. Smith again, and he's going to be crushed for he gets loose. He gets loose, comes out of the pile, goes back the other way, and he's tackled again. This time he's brought down. That's Brooks on the cover. Brooks and Miller on the catching up with him again. I don't know how he got out of there, but he spun out of there. It's going to be a loss. And that's the end of the first quarter. So that's the end of the first quarter. First downs, Dallas 7, Giants 1. Rushing yards, 55 for Dallas, 3 for the Giants. Passing yards, 51 for the Cowboys, 34 for the Giants. 1 turnover. That was the Giants turnover on the fumble. Time of possession, the Cowboys absolutely owning the first quarter. 12 minutes, 54 seconds. The Giants, 2 minutes and 6 seconds. And that's your first quarter stats. And we're going to get ready to go with the second quarter in just a moment. Cutie Owl. I think the owl is down there, right? Cutie Owl.
Relentless in its pressure, the Bear defense punished opposing quarterbacks. The defense showcased its special kind of destructive artistry with 11 sacks in a Week 9 win. Chicago's sack total was... In 1984, the Bears fielded pro football's top defense, and their valedictorian status was earned by spending a lot of time in the classroom.
And if he comes out,
Chicago's defense not only hit hard, it studied hard under defensive coordinator Buddy Ryan.
If 46 blitz is called on second down,
I think that a brain and a player is good on defense as it is on offense, so we want to give them an opportunity to use that great power that they have.
Lieutenant Colonel Django used funds from the project's black budget to procure prostitutes.
That's a lie.
And to get drugs for himself and his men.
Well, the hooker thing is definitely a lie.
Bueller. Bueller. Bueller.
There you go. Hope you enjoyed that sports moment. Yeah, you think that the quarterbacks are a little tougher back in that day than they are right now? All right. We are paused at 27 minutes, 17 seconds, and we're going back. And we're starting the second quarter right now. 4, 3, 2, 1. So 3 points, 12 minutes of possession, enough for 3 points. Aikman's under center. They're at their own 37-yard line. Aikman back to pass, plenty of time. Flips it out to Smith. Smith's going to bust out, and he's going to be a little bit short of the first down. 2 yards short of the first down. So that's how we start the second quarter. Passing the flat to Smith up ahead, 2 yards short of the first down. If you don't think they're hitting hard, Kevin Gogan had to leave the game to go get his helmet fixed. They had to put his face mask back on. The side of it came loose. His face mask came loose on contact, and they had to screw new screws in it. Yeah, you don't think that this is a different level of football back then? Smith with the handoff, he goes nowhere. Nothing but blue there. And they're right on the New Jersey Meadowlands logo at the center, at the 50-yard line. And I don't even think he got back to the line of scrimmage. 4th down. And that was Howard and Fox on the stop. Smothered Emmitt Smith on that one. Jet gets it away. Megas Bear catches it. Looks like the 16. Giants will take over with 13:29 to go. Second quarter, first half. Angus Clip coming up at the 2-minute warning. Today's halftime performance, today's halftime show is 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Only 4 minutes on vintage night. Niven, if you're still in the house, yeah, you want to check out Texas. You definitely want to check out Texas stuff. Sims with the toss. That's Hampton with a short gain there. Not much going there. Of course, they only had 3 yards rushing in the first quarter. We got a cowboy down. That's the reason for the timeout. We have an injury timeout. Yep, Angus Clip at the 2-minute warning for sure. Niven, Texas dropping a link for you to check out if you like into the boxing thing. Thanks for everybody for tuning in, man. If you're enjoying it, please hit the like, hit the follow, hit the sub. We are back to action. Sims under center. Make it in motion. It's like what is now known as a jet sweep type play. And he'll get up for finally get a little bit of running going here. Gain of about 6. Sims under center. 3rd and 4. Goes back to pass. Pressure coming. Pressure's there. He gets away. Steps away. Now he dances away. Now he's on the run for his life. And he'll just chuck it to the sideline. Callaway was in the area, and he dives for no avail. Jeffcoat with the pressure. Great job so far by this Dallas defense. Stepping up here on Week 18. On the road against the Giants for the crown of the NFC East title. Winner takes the crown for the NFC East. They also get home field. A lot on the line in this game in the Meadowlands today. Punt is away. Bouncing towards the sideline. It's down before it goes out of bounds. Dallas will start to drive at about their own 42-yard line. So Russell Maryland is on the sideline and taken out of the game on a cart right now. They're working on him. Sorry, it's a table, not a cart. Yeah, it might as well be a cart the size of him. Russell Maryland being looked at right now. His 3rd season out of Miami. And they're looking at his ankle right now. As Jumbo Elliott engaged him while he was rolled over on him while he was engaged. Aikman gets this one out to the sideline. That's Michael Irvin for a big gain right there. Move the sticks. 22 yards on the air. Aikman to Irvin. I can honestly tell you right now, guys, it is eerie, and I miss Madden calling games. Here's Smith with another burst of speed, and then he's caught after maybe give him 3. 2nd and 7. Howard on the tackle there. This big, giant defense trying to slow down Emmitt Smith. 13 carries, 49 yards so far. Getting a little bit of a workout here. 2nd and 9. He only got a yard there. Aikman's under center. Johnson in motion to the top. He's looking that way. Flat to Smith. Smith hops, skips, and jumps for about 8. Gets out to the 30, maybe to 29. It's going to bring down another 3rd down, though. Let's see what the Cowboys have in store for the Giants here on this big 3rd down from the Giant 29-yard line. Again, old school football, guys. Plays being brought in by tight ends, fullbacks, or receivers. Right now, the Cowboys are going to say, you know what? There's a lot on the line here today. I'm going to take my 2nd time out of this game. So they'll have 1 left plus the 2-minute warning. 10:20 to go. 2nd quarter, 1st half. Dallas on top, 3-0. Jumbo Elliott, he's showing signs of a bad back right now. He could barely sit on the bench. Giants are looking to stop the Cowboys on a 3rd and 4 from their own 29-yard line. Cowboys driving again. Crowd is getting loud. Giants crowd the line. There's a jump by the flag on the play. Looks like a free play. It goes out to Emmitt Smith, and he's going to big play there. Get him down to maybe the 16-yard line. Big gain, first down. Penalty's going to be against the Giants in the neutral zone. Jumped before the snap. Penalties decline. They'll take the gain for sure. We'll get about 14 yards on that gain. First and 10. Mark the ball at the 17. Just touching the 17. Aikman to Smith again. He does a spin move, and he'll get about 4. Mark him at about the 13-yard line there. Smith heading for 20 carries in the first half. Every yard he's got, he has been earning because he has been hit and stung on every play. The Giants are definitely finishing every tackle. 2nd and 7 after the gain of 3. Aikman's under center. Play action to Smith. Aikman on the run. Rolls out. Fires it to the sideline. Nobody there. Just getting rid of it. He was under pressure. Irvin was covered big time. And Raymond with great coverage on Irvin one-on-one in the end zone. Third and 7, another third down for the Giants defense. Aikman's under center. Aikman back to pass. Quick pass over the middle. Slant to Smith. He's up to, this is going to be close to a first down. He had to reach the 7 or touch the 7. Depends on where they spot this. And the way they're looking, it might be a 4th down. And again, just inches to go. Here comes the chain gang. They're going to measure this one. This one's going to be close. You're talking even less than 6 inches. Less than 6. 4th down. Let's see what happens here. Crowd will tell you they're going for it. Offense on the field still. Looks like they're going to roll the dice here with a 4th and maybe 3 inches. Cowboys in the huddle. They're in the huddle for a long time here. Crowd is on fire. Giants defense waiting for the Cowboys to break the huddle. Here they come. Aikman under center. There you go. Handoff Smith. Emmitt Smith is up. He's got the first down and more. He lands at the 5 after he leaps into the air. Dives forward for the first down. Looked like Collins was the first to make contact with Smith. The offensive line opened just enough of a hole for Smith to go head first and get the first down and land on the 5. 1st and goal from the 5. Aikman under center. And off to Smith. Head down. 5-yard line, and that's it. No gain. They are really, really working Emmitt Smith. I am calling the 1993 Week 18 Cowboys-Giants for the NFC title. Aikman under center. 2nd and goal from the 5. Aikman back to pass. Look to the end zone. Hits his man! Touchdown! And guess who? Emmitt Smith with the touchdown reception. Aikman to Smith. And as we sit 9-0, Cowboys go on top. As we get a little bit later here in the second quarter, Giants offense non-existent. Defense doing everything they can to slow it down and make it as hard as possible. They believe me, Cowboys earned this. This wasn't no just we walked down the field, made big plays. No, they earned every yard getting down the field. The extra point is up. Murray's kick is good. Make it 10-0. 7:26 to go in the second quarter in the first half. A lot of action in this game. Emmitt Smith performing. And Aikman hit him right at the goal line, and in the end zone he goes. Ten plays, 57 yards, 4 minutes, 34 seconds. Cowboys drive for 7. Big 4th down. Big pass to Irving. Good drive. Ball blows off the tee. Murray resets it up. Megan is back for the kick. Emmitt Smith getting some well-deserved rest on the bench. Here's the kick. This is going to sail all the way into the end zone about midway, and he'll kneel on the A of the Giants in the end zone. He'll bring it out to the 20. Aikman, Smith, Irvin, Stefanoski, Newton, Williams. All Cowboys heading to the Pro Bowl that year. Maryland, Norton, Daryl Johnston. That's half the team's going. Sims is under center at the 20, 1st and 10. Let's see if the Giants can get some kind of momentum going. Here's a handoff, and that's going to go nowhere. Maybe a yard, possibly 2. See what happens when all the bodies come up off the field. Somewhere under there's a running back with a ball. It was Hampton on the carry. Second and 8. Give him 2 on that. Sims under center. Free play. Offsides by the Cowboys. Pass is complete to Callaway for 12. So they'll. And finally, the Giant fans have something to cheer for on offense. As they basically get the biggest play of the game so far for them. 12 yards to Callaway. This is the first of the Monday evening vintage games. We're going to do it all the way up to the Super Bowl. First and 10 from their own 31-yard line. And here's Hampton, and he's going to somehow manage to get ahead for 3. Everything is pretty much a gang tackle. Once one guy gets on it, there's like 2, 3 right there, right away. Not too many solo tackles going on in this game. We're under 6 to go in the second quarter in the first half. 10-0 Dallas. Week 18, 1993, NFC East. At stake. Home field. And that's Rodney Hampton. He gets loose for about 10. maybe 12. So Hampton's showing signs of life as a running back there. He's trying to match Emmitt Smith here as they start using him and establish the running game. Big, huge hole up the middle, and off he went. Ball just shy of the 50. They're on their own 48. Sims under. Hands off to Hampton again, and he's going to be brought down. He might have got past the line of scrimmage. Tolbert on the tackle. Under 5 to go now. Second quarter, first half. 10-0 Dallas on top. Rodney Hampton looks like he's up to the task today. Because just as Emmitt Smith is getting hit hard, so is Hampton. Neither defense showing any mercy. That's why these guys are the toughest of the tough right here. 2nd and 9. Handoff. Hampton again. He'll get loose for maybe 4. As he crosses the 50 into Dallas territory, he gets down at the 48 of the Cowboys. So this late into the second quarter, Giants offense starting to wake up. And I can't tell you guys, you got the hitting that's going on, the crowd noise, the energy level on the field. This is crazy. Sims back to pass. He's going to be buried. And that's Lee on Lett and Casillas burying Sims. He gets up yelling and screaming, "Where's my protection?" He's still yelling and screaming, "Where's my protection?" Big loss. All the pressure coming from the left side. Sims's left side. Right side. I'm sorry. Sims's right side. Another going to be forced to punt. Just gets the punt off. Fair catch call for it. This takes a Giants bounce. Way right on the 10-yard line. Nice punt. And a good Giant roll and bounce there. Sims is hot as hell on the sideline, man. 3:25 to go in the second quarter. First half. 10-0. Good reason to be pissed. We look at Sims pacing on the sidelines. Here come the Cowboys. Start this drive at their own 10. Aikman under center. 3:25 to go. Second quarter, first half. Handoff, Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith gets out to the 25, and just as he makes a cut, he is brought down. And Corey Raymond with the saver cuts Smith right at the knees as he was just about to make his cut. No Bravaro. Bravaro was in the 80s. Bravaro was in the 80s. You got Howard Cross here. Second down. Here comes Smith. He breaks outside. Tries to get a little bit outside. Does for a little bit. Gets about maybe 3. Lawrence Taylor takes Smith down and picks him up. You're about to get Shockey. Shockey's about to come into the league soon. 93. So Smith, 18 carries, 63 yards. What a workhorse in the first half. Here's Smith again. He busts out. He might go all the way here. Smith is gone. And he is tackled and brought down. Smith is hurt on the tackle. And he is laying on the ground at 158. We are at the 2-minute warning. But Emmitt Smith is down. Just a massive hole And off he goes. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. And then really, really brought down hard. So it's a 2-minute warning. We'll take a break for the Angus clip, but right now all eyes are on the field where Emmitt Smith is still down as we go to break for the 2-minute warning at 1:58, 10-0. Cowboys on top, but Cowboys may be in trouble here with Emmitt Smith being looks like he might be hurt on that long carry. But right now, cue the Beaver, and it's time for the Angus clip.
I played golf behind Posteric last year in May, and you couldn't even see the golf course. White back on blitz is coming, and the ball is loose. And the Giants have it. White was hammered by Bird, and he got up with a little tingle. Banks was the man who made the hit. Bird came up with the ball.
Well, Carl Banks is coming, see, right in his face. He hits him square. The ball pops out. Jim Burt jumps on it. I don't know who you blame on that because no one blocked Carl Banks. I mean, you give a shot like that where that guy comes straight at you and no one blocks him, you have to have the doctor check you after a play like that.
It's his right hand, right wrist. Now, we might be seeing Steve Pallure very quickly. That's Danny White. Back of his right hand and right wrist. It looks as if that's where the problem is. That's Pallure. Now there was another threatening presence. Third-year outside linebacker Carl Banks, number 58.
I think he's added balance to our defense. Whereas before we had a lot of dominant ball players predominantly on our right side, Carl has balanced that up, and it's made us a more effective defense overall.
With strength at both outside positions, opponents tried the only other choice available.
Shazam!
Clap on, clap off, the clapper.
Boom, there's your Angus clip. Texas, what? Measles? At a church? What the hell? What are you drinking? You drinking diesel fuel or you drink? What are you drinking? Madden was on the Eagles late 50s. No cards I checked. Yeah, his knee went out. Or blew his knee out or some shit. All right, we're getting ready to go. We are paused at 50 minutes, 48 seconds. 50 minutes, 48 seconds is where I paused. And we are in the back seat of a car. Getting ready to unpause and pick it up with 1:58 to go in the first half, second quarter. Dallas on top, 10-0. Emmitt Smith on the ground. Get back to the action. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play. So we're going to take a look at it. That's Greg Jackson who tackled him. Greg Jackson tackled him. And they're showing as his right arm went down, it looks like it's his shoulder now. 109 on 19 carries for Smith. Aikman goes down, and there's a flag. Hamilton grabs Aikman to tackle him and sack him. I thought there was a... And he sacked him by his face mask. Flag right there. All right. Real quick, guys. It's a face mask on Hamilton, 75. He grabs Aikman by the face mask, and he goes down. Okay? It's a 5-yarder, not a 15-yarder. Remember the rule changes back then. For the rule change on a face mask, incidental or accidental was changed to 5 yards as opposed to 15 yards, and it was a judgment call by the referee as it being a 15 or a 5. This one, just a 5. Bruised right shoulder for Emmitt Smith, questionable. The question is answered. Here comes Emmitt Smith back on the field. Bruised shoulder is the report. Right now, Emmitt Smith has 151 combined yards for the Cowboys. The rest of the team has 80. Emmitt Smith, something special. Second down, Aikman back to pass. Hits it out to Moose Johnston. He gets it out to about the 22-yard line. Clock is running, 1:11. The Moose. And it's crazy. Every time he catches the ball, even in Giants Stadium, they all Moose. 1st and 10, out at their own 18-yard line. I don't know where I got the 22 from. Aikman's back. There's Novacek, the big tight end. Gets it out to the 24. 40 seconds and ticking. 30 seconds to go. First half, second quarter, 10-0. Aikman under center. Clock running. 2nd and 4. Deep in their own territory. Pass. That's dropped by the Moose. Clock stops. 20 seconds. It hit Moose right in the hands. Now, do remember, Cowboys only have a timeout left. They burned 2 very early in the first half here. So this first half coming to an end. A very entertaining, very competitive, very NFC East type battle here. Aikman back to pass. He'll step up. He's going to go down, and you're going to sack him at his own 19. Clock is stopped at 14 seconds. Emmitt Smith is taking an early exit for the locker room. So Emmitt Smith to the locker room. It's a 4th down. 3 seconds left. So the Cowboys, looks like they're going to set up for a field goal here with 3 seconds left. Emmitt Smith already in the locker room, getting looked at. Bruised shoulder is the early word. Give me the ball. I'll take Taylor out. Good luck, Texas. You better be drinking diesel fuel if you want to go up against Lawrence. I wouldn't even go against LT right now. As a matter of fact, I got to get a hold of my daughter because she has a picture of her and her friend with Lawrence Taylor having lunch at a restaurant in Monmouth Beach from years ago. His first one from 32. This one from 34, it looks like. Kick is up. It is good. And that'll do it for the first half. Cowboys shutting out the Giants in the first half of this big NFC East battle, 13-0. So right now it is paused at 56:40, 56 minutes and 40 seconds. That's where we are paused right now for halftime. And I'm going to bring you. I'll bring you halftime. 1 second here. Let me see. Let me get everything ready here. I'm worried about Texas tonight. Seems that he's drinking some rocket fuel. He wants the ball so he can take Taylor out. The only way I take Taylor out is out for a beer. But I did have a run-in with I did meet LT one time, briefly, but I'll tell that story at another time. But my daughter, I gotta get a hold of her. She has a picture of her and her friend Stephanie sitting at a table having lunch with Lawrence Taylor in a really nice restaurant on the so like a dock restaurant type thing. Anyway, I'll get a hold of her and I'll get that picture and I'll put it up. Guys, I'm going to take a quick break, get something to drink, pack a bowl, take a leak. Be right back. As usual, right here on the third floor. Vintage Monday evening football. All the way up to the Super Bowl. Every Monday night, a different year, different style of game. Might be a playoff game, regular season game like we're looking here. Super historic game. Who knows? Right here is where it all goes down on the third floor. So, remember, hit the like, hit the follow, hit the sub. Get in the live chat. Have some fun with Angus and Texas and Niven and whoever else is in here. Why are you sorry you had a long conversation with your son? I'm glad you had a long conversation with your son. I'd rather, dude, that's way more important than this. But no need to be sorry, Angus. Nothing like having a conversation with your son. I haven't had a conversation with my son in I don't know how long. He still don't talk to me. But that's a different story for a different day. Anyway, that's good, man. I'm glad. Yeah, is everything okay? A long conversation with your son, or are you just shooting the shit? Everything okay? Before I go to halftime, can you at least tell me if everything's okay there, Angus? Is everything cool with your son? I don't want to just go to halftime and something's up, man. Something's up. We all good? All right. I guess we're all good, right, Angus? Everything's good? Nobody's head fell off or anything like that? We're good. We can go to halftime? Texas, I want you to pay attention to halftime here. It is very fine shooting the shit. Cool. Boom. Love it. Family. That's awesome. Now my heart's happy for you, Angus. All right, now I can go to halftime. Texas, like I said, pay attention. You're really gonna. I think you're gonna dig this more than anybody, Texas. I kind of hand selected this for you, because I know you really, really dig the old days. But as I was saying earlier, this is my second favorite helmet ever. What? I didn't put that up. Oh my goodness gracious. Why do I always forget to put the logos up so late? But there you go. Cowboys and Giants logo. Yeah, here at halftime, getting ready to roll it. Enjoy halftime, guys. And again, these are my second favorite helmets ever. Ever. These are so fucking cool. With that being said, cue the alien.
Sonny Jurgensen of the Washington Redskins, a whiplash passer whose rifle arm can put the ball anywhere on the field. Jurgensen is considered the finest Redskin quarterback since the Sime Barr era.
Shut up and sit down.
Hold it! What the hell is that shit? Heineken? Fuck that shit! Pabst Blue Ribbon!
Have a cocktail.
No, I don't care for any.
I said have a cocktail.
I guess he wants us to have a cocktail.
Waiter, will you serve the nuts? I mean, will you serve the guests the nuts?
The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
911, what are you reporting? This is AC. I have OJ in the car. Okay, where are you? Please, I'm coming up the 5 freeway. Okay. Right now, we are okay, but you gotta tell the police to just back off. He's still alive, but he got a gun to his head. Okay, hold on a minute.
Shazam!
Cocaine and hookers, my friend.
Clap on, clap off, the clapper.
Hey! Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed halftime. Old Sonny Jurgensen. Woo! Man, I love those Redskin helmets with that spear. The color scheme, the spear. I even like the other ones, with the R with the feather hanging. Those are cool. But man, those Washington Redskins with the spear hanging on the side of it, I wish they never went away from that. That's probably one of the greatest of all time. My opinion, just my opinion. They're my second favorite behind the original Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Without a doubt. Anyway, guys ready? We're going to get back to the second half of this game. Okay, we are paused at 56 minutes. 43 seconds. That's where the game is paused at. That's the end of the first half. Getting ready to start the second half. Dallas is up 13-0 at halftime. 13-0. And a display of great defense on both halves. 13-0 being the score. And again, Dallas, being able to break through there, with a couple big plays. But right now, just a touchdown and 2 field goals to show for. And we're going to get back into it right now. Let's go. 56 minutes, 43 seconds. 56 minutes, 43 seconds. Okay. 1. Whoops. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Coming back. Oh, man. Wow. Man, it's a shot, and what they're doing is they're coming back, and they're showing MasterCard and all the sponsors, and it's a beautiful shot of the Twin Towers, man. God, that hurts my heart. Wow, that hurts my heart. Wow. 13-2 first downs, 123 yards rushing for the Cowboys, 32 for the Giants, 117 yards in the air for the Cowboys, 36 for the Giants. 2 sacks each. Giants only had the ball for 7 minutes and 36 seconds. Everything else, all Cowboys. So right now, Smith has received 6 for 6 for 42 yards in the air. That's Emmitt Smith. He's caught 6 balls out of 6 for 42. Irvin, 40 yards. And that's it in the air for Aikman. Everything else on the ground, Smith. I believe he has 109 yards rushing. So Smith is averaging over 5. 20 carries, 109. Mega gets out to about the 20-25, and that's where the Giants will take over. First drive, second half, third quarter, just getting going. Second half, just getting going. We're just getting going. What's up, guys? What's happening? No Winter Olympics. It was coming back. You know how they used to come back and they had the camera on the New York skyline or whatever, and then the little overlays go up, and it was just focused right on the Twin Towers. Beautiful shot of the Twin Towers. Sims finally gets a pass out to Cross. He'll spin and move and be just a little bit shy of the first down. It's going to be a second and very short. So here comes Sims firing. Got the ball out to about the 35, not the 25. Like I said on the kickoff, it was about the 35-yard line. They're going to measure this. It's going to be short. Give it about almost 3/4 of a football short. So the word for the Cowboy bench is they're going to try to patch up Russell Maryland and see if they can get him back in the game. And apparently they have worked on Emmitt Smith, and he's going to give it a shot here in the second half with a bruised shoulder. 2nd and 1. A lot less than that, though. Sims under center. Here's Hampton. Hampton gets through. Stopped and then gets through again for another 2. First down. Gets right to about the 45 of the Giants. First down, Giants. The Giants have not been able to establish any sort of a drive. They have shown signs of a drive. Hampton, 8 carries, 31 yards. Sims under center. He goes back to pass. He's got protection. It breaks down. Short hop. Short hop to Pierce. He had time, and then all of a sudden it just disappears. It's wild to watch unfold right here. 3 for 7, 59 yards. That's all Sims has got right now. Sims under center. Pierce in motion. 2nd and 10. Sims back to pass. Over the middle, right at the logo. Hampton with the catch. Norton with the tackle. First down, and they are in Dallas territory. Sorry, third down. Sorry. Megan is in. Third down situation. And here's something I haven't said in a while, guys. Sims is in the shotgun. Here they come. Sims steps up in the pocket and he throws it in and out of the hands. I don't see who that was for Dallas, but there was no Giants there. And now Smith is finally making his way towards the out of the locker room. He's in the tunnel walking back towards the locker room. Looks like they gave him some extra padding. Oh, and they almost blocked it. Did they get a piece of it? It was partially blocked, but the Dallas Cowboy tries to come up and field it. Gets away from him, and Williams with the recovery. Sorry, that's Buckley with the recovery for the Giants. So special teams for the Cowboys falls apart. They got a piece of it. It came down like a dead duck. Right at about the 34, bounced to the 40 when the Cowboy tried to retrieve it. He tried to get it while it was bouncing back towards where they punted from and right into Buckley's hands. Williams with a bad decision there. 12:53 to go, third quarter, timeout on the field for an injury. It's Armstead who's down for the Giants. And the Giants can ill afford to lose him. He's been all over the field. He tried to field it, hit him right in the shoulder pad, and that was it. Sims under center. Here's a handoff. That's Hampton. Norton catches up to him at the 32-yard line now. It's been 10 quarters since the Giants seen the end zone versus the Cowboys. Sims under center. 2nd and 2 after the scamper for 8 on Hampton's behalf. Handoff. Here's Hampton going the other way. He's met behind the line. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. The way they're spotting it, it looks like he got a half a yard. I don't even think he got a yard, but they're going to give him a little forward progress. Yeah, half a yard on that. As he was viciously hit. Actually, it was a MasterCard commercial, Texas. 3rd and 1. Handoff. Hampton. He skipped the loo over the Cowboy defense. And he'll get 5. Needed 1. Got 5. 6 maybe. Handoff. He went right up the middle. There was really nobody there. And as they went down, he just skipped over top of the... I think that was Smith. No, that's not Smith. Smith made the tackle. 1st and 10. Dallas 27. Play action. Sims, nice play action. Under pressure. Gets rid of it. Towards the sideline. And again, almost intercepted on the sideline. 10:59, third quarter. Giants still. Offense is looking good, then it sputters. Then it looks good, then it sputters. Howard Cross is wide open as they're showing on the replay here. Madden is breaking it down solidly. Tolbert was in his face, made him get rid of it. 2nd and 10. Sims under center. He goes back again to pass towards the sideline. Gets his man. That's Callaway, who says, "What the fuck is that shit?" Clear as a bell on the field mic. So Sims and Callaway seem to be hooking up pretty well. Or Cross. Cross has 3 catches. And he goes out right at about the 25. 3rd and 7. After the short gain of 3. 3 to the bottom. 1 to the top. Sims shotgun. Quick pass to the sideline.
And that's McCaffrey. First down. He does make the catch. They give them the catch and the first down. So he hits McCaffrey. Just a little out to the sticks, a little past it. Bam. First down. Giants now. Offense needed that. Crowd back into it. They're going to snap this at the 15 of the Cowboys. Here's Hampton. He spins. Maybe 3. Angus is looking for the Pabst Blue Ribbon lyrics. There's a million songs with Pabst Blue Ribbon mentioned in it. Lyrics, we'll find it. I can write the lyrics down listening to a heavy metal band's version of it. You guys are fucking crazy. Glad you guys like that one, man. The old Dennis Hopper. Second down. Sims pass to Callaway again. Brown knocks him down and around the 5, touches him down. Callaway didn't think he was down. He started to squirm towards the end zone. A real quick pass to the sideline. And he went down as he was sliding down to make the catch. Down by contact at the 5. They are right on the 5. First and goal. Giants, first sign of big-time offense. Sim says, I want to talk to Dan Reeves for a second here. So the Giants take the first time out. Second half. They'll only have 2. It's 8:44 to go. Third quarter. 8:44, third quarter. Giants use their first time out. Note that, guys. Only 2 left for the Giants. Dallas has 0 yards this half so far. 0. Giants 67 yards so far this half. 267 yards in the first half for the Cowboys. Giants 51. Sims with the toss to Hampton. He breaks towards the sideline, gets to the 5. And he's going to be run out of bounds right at the 2. Second and goal from maybe the 2, 2.5. Giants aren't knocking on the door. They're kicking on the door. They're ringing the doorbell. They're hitting the door knocker. They're knocking on the windows. They're banging on the walls. They are on the porch trying to get in. Second and goal for the 2.5. Sims under center. 13-0. Cowboys on top. Late third quarter. Handoff. Hampton, airborne. Now we're going to mark him short as he's bounced back into play around the 1. Almost qualified for a leaping Lanny Poffo moment. Almost qualified. Let's see. Does he get high enough? No, that's not even close. He tried to leap a little too early, and the Cowboys just filled that hole. Sims, under center, third and goal. At the 1. Touchdown! Giants get in the end zone. Trying to see who that was on the touchdown. Jared Bunch. Jared Bunch on the handoff. They were keyed on Hampton. Give it to Bunch, and in the end zone he goes. Waiting on the extra point. High snap, brought down. Kick is up. It's good. So there we go. Giants finally on the board. It is 13-7. Cowboys on top. 7:42 to go in the third quarter. And Bart Oates led the way like a bulldozer. Football blows off the tee and try to tee it back up. 11 plays, 40 yards, 5 minutes, 11 seconds. That was the drive for the Giants. Very short field on the stupid play by Williams on that block punt. Here's the kickoff, and that's going to go all the way through, out of the end zone. And remember, we're under old rules. It goes out to the 20. Action heating up on the field. There's a little pushing and shoving after that kickoff. So let's see if the Cowboys, first things first, let's see them get their first yardage here in the second half. Emmitt Smith is in the game. He is in the backfield, 19 carries, 109 yards. Averaging over 5 a carry. Aikman tosses it to Smith. Here he comes. He's at the 20, the 25, the 30, and he's going to be hog-tied at the 33. Hog tackled, not hog-tied. Got deliverance on my mind, I guess. I don't know. He was brought down from behind. I don't know if he grabbed him by his collar. If he did, it was a blown call. Williams with a big block on Lawrence Taylor to help Smith just bust that one out. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. 12-yard gain. Smith goes the other way. He's gets up. Give him maybe 5 on that one. And he is getting up with what looks like a dead arm. His right arm is just hanging limp. He's not even using it to get up after the tackles. Here he comes to the sideline. Smith trying to hang in there as best he can. Shoulder really bothering him. 2nd and 5 after the gain of 5. Play action. Aikman back. Time. Pass. Over the middle. Hits his man. Maybe a yard. As soon as they unbury it, I'll tell you who it was. Only a gain of 1. Gain of 1. Hit the like, hit the follow, hit the sub, get in the live chat. Join us. Have fun. Third down. Football almost touching the 40 of the Cowboys. Aikman back. Pass is deflected right there. And that's Hamilton who gets the big mitts on it, knocks it down. 4th down, Cowboys at the punt. So with little yardage they did manage to get, like I said, first things first, let's get their first yardage of the half. They did. Now they're going to punt it back to the Giants. They listen well. Maybe I should have said to get some yardage, maybe a score. Neither happened. Jet kicks this one away. Not that good of a kick, not that good of a bounce. And Cowboys will jump all over it at the 31-yard line. Not a very good kick. Semi-decent field position for the Giants. 5:34 to go in the third quarter. They're trailing by 6. 13-7. Cowboys ahead. Let's hold the phone because there's a late flag on this, so hold on. So the Giants might just turn this down after the 29-yard punt. Giants will decline the penalty and take the 29-yard punt and take the ball at their own 32 instead of making them kick again. 5:34 to go, third quarter. Dallas 13, Giants 7. Week 18, 1993. The winner of this game gets home field. throughout the playoffs of 93. So far, the story of the game is pretty much Emmitt Smith. Rodney Hampton, kind of a side story here. That's about the only offense the Giants really got going for them. So it's kind of a battle of running backs right here with Emmitt Smith in full control. He is all over the place. Lawrence Taylor getting a little animated on the sideline there with his coach. 1st and 10. Giants with the ball. After scoring a touchdown on their last drive. Sims under center. Handoff. Hampton. Hampton gets up. He tried. No, they still don't bring him down. Give him 7. Cowboys trying to tackle the ball, which led to another 4 yards for Hampton. Going to be a 2nd and short. 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4. Wind starting to pick up. Sims under center. Comes Hampton again. No, there's somebody's helmet came loose. So Gerard Bunch's helmet just came flying out. Summerall thought it was a fumble. He yells fumble. Madden says, no, it's a helmet. And he says, the best thing about when you pick up a helmet, there's no head in it. God, did we miss Madden on the mic? Emmitt Smith on the sideline, man, not looking too good. Here comes the chain gang. First down. Giants get the first down. As they continue to move the ball here. Getting later and later in the third quarter. Big NFC East showdown, Week 18, 1993. Giants Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. And boy, was I there a bunch of fucking times. Sims under center. They're out at their own 42. Back, quick pass, sideline. Another first down. Another fight breaks out, kind of. That's Callaway again. So Callaway is becoming Sims' #1 target in this game. And again, first down, gain of 12. And then a huge wrestling match for the ball and everything else at the sideline. Ball is just shy of the Cowboy 45. Giants in the huddle for a long time there. Here they come. Sims under center. Toss, Hampton, trying to get to the outside. He is met behind. He's going to get maybe a yard. Maybe a yard. He is met by half the Dallas defense. Like they knew what was coming there. .309 and ticking here in the third quarter. It's starting to get late. Fourth quarter looming. 13-7. Cowboys on top of the Giants. Sims under center. Here's the snap. Another quick pass. He is hit just as he gets rid of it. Is that a fumble or a forward pass? Jeffcoat annihilating Sims. Here's the replay. Is this a pass or a fumble? Now the arm's coming forward. Jeffcoat just absolutely blasting Sims from behind. Never seen him coming. That's pretty much what sent the ball where it did. Right into the ground. Big Jeffcoat. Whoa. So they talked it over, and they're going to say that's a backwards pass. So that was a live ball. Giants get a huge break. They lose a ton of yardage, but they're lucky that ball went out and nobody was near it. Wow, Giants dodge a huge bullet there. They keep the ball, 3rd and 13. But it could have been a lot worse than that. Sims in the shotgun. Sims takes it. He rolls out to his left, looking back towards his right. It goes all the way to the other side of the field. And he finds Hampton there at the sideline waiting for it. About the 18-yard line of the Cowboys. First down. Move the sticks. Here come the Giants. Here come the Giants. Hampton's in motion as they show in the replay. Meggett makes a big block. And then there's Hampton wide open, just waiting on the sideline for the ball to come to him. 18-yard line of the Cowboys. Sims back to pass. Towards the end zone. Nobody there. Sims looking for a flag. I don't know what he's... There was nobody there. Sims a little upset that there was no flag. I didn't see. There's no replay, so I can't see what he was looking for. All I know is where the pass went. There was nobody there. Closest Giant to it, it wasn't even near him. It was way over his head. Lawrence Taylor looking a little anxious right there on the sideline. 2nd and 10 from the 18 of the Cowboys. Sims under center. Quick pass. He hits Hampton again. I'm sorry, that's not Hampton. That's Cross. Howard Cross, the big, huge tight end. He brings it in. So Howard Cross making some damage here. That's about all Sims has been going to. Callaway, Cross, and Hampton. 3rd and 3. Gain of 7 on that. Sims under center. Sims. In and out of the hands of Jackson, who was doing a slant over the middle in between the hash marks. He forgot to look for the pass. 4th down. Treadwell is in for the field goal. Kick is up. And he nails it. 1:20 to go, 3rd quarter. Giants make it closer. 13-10 now. As they come away, at least they got points in that drive. So back-to-back field goals. Giants shut out in the first half, and they're shutting the Cowboys out in the second half. So once again, Treadwell ready to kick off to the Cowboys. I'm sorry, DeLuiso. DeLuiso is the kickoff guy. DeLuiso. Brad DeLuiso. Ayamura. They're going to have to hold it this time as the ball fell off the tee twice. NFL rule is 3rd time. Somebody has to hold it. This one is way out of the end zone. Hits the top of the end in Giants and goes right to the stands. And it looks like Emmitt Smith's going to come back out, at least to start the drive. 13-10, Cowboys on top. Third quarter. A little over a minute left. This is a tale of two halves, for sure. Tale of two offenses and defenses per half. Aikman back to pass. Hits Novacek for a short gain, maybe two. Be second and long. Second and 7. Second and a long 7. Right now, you got the Cowboys with a banged-up Emmitt Smith and a banged-up Russell Maryland. I don't even know if Maryland's in the game yet. I haven't heard his name. Aikman under center. Second and 7. Aikman, handoff. Emmitt Smith, he'll break loose for about 5. He'll shorten it, and he'll make it a reasonable third down. He'll be 3 shy. 25 seconds left in the third quarter. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. That's it for the third quarter. They'll switch ends. Cowboys 13. Giants 10. Russell Maryland is in street clothes, so he is not going to be returning. And Q to GOAT, who's outside. It is raining like a motherfucker here right now. Q to GOAT.
Let's get after him right away, defense. Let's stick it to him in a hurry. Defensively, we did a pretty good job. I think we can, the third down plays, we still got to get better. We can't let him get that ball in there at the tight end. Let's just make up our mind. We're going to go at him. Let's give our back some running room. Let's give our quarterback some protection. Let's get out there and get after him. It's hot out there. It's hot for them too, but let's blow them off the line of scrimmage. Let's suck it up and gather yourself and relax. Let yourself go. Hey, we're ahead 10-6. We got the ball at the start of the second half. Let's get up and get after them. That's all you got to do is make up your mind. You want the game? Go get them. All right, let's go get them. You all ought to be ashamed of yourself. Shit, you got to get out there and you got to block, you got to tackle, you got to cover, you got to protect. That's a rotten exhibition of football. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You deserve the booze they give you.
When's the last time you actually caught something here?
2 years.
I like them French fried potatoes. Mm-hmm.
Boom, there you go. Another sports moment brought to you by the third floor. Like I said, we do it like nobody else around here. Like to entertain you as we go. Let me catch up on this chat. What is going on over here? Where'd I leave off? Oh, they're singing it. I'm great at the reindeer beer here. Texas is having a great night so far. And for all that want to know, the Farmer's Dog commercial is the Trogs with a Girl Like You. Thanks for pointing that out. I never seen the Farmer's Dog commercial. Or maybe I haven't, I just didn't notice, but I will notice next time. Trogs, yeah, the Trogs are a good, great band out of the 60s. We are doing a video review without a video review. What? Let's get back to the game. We're paused at 1 hour, 29 minutes, and 19 seconds. That's where we're at. We're looking at Russell Maryland, who is in street clothes. That's where we're paused. 1 hour, 29 minutes, 19 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that answers my question about them. However, Emmitt Smith is in there. They were able to patch him back together. So here come the Cowboys being shut out so far here in the second half. Giants with 6 unanswered points. I'm sorry, 10 unanswered points. 13-10. Here's Emmitt Smith, and he gets loose for maybe 5 or 6, and he is barely moving his right arm. I mean, barely moving it. Second down after, I think he got about maybe 5 or 6. Aikman back to pass. Over the middle. Misses Irvin. Little misfire. Not a good pass by Aikman by any stretch of the imagination. Michael Irvin absolutely non-existent in this game. Alvin Harper non-existent in this game. A pass or two to Novacek. Everything else, Emmitt Smith. 2nd and 10, so Smith did get a first down on that last one. Aikman back again. He's going to be sacked and mauled. And that's Hamilton again with the pressure, bringing Aikman to the turf. Huge, massive sack there. 2nd and 10. They lost 6-7 yards. 3rd and forever. No time for anything to develop with that rush. And Hamilton just bear hugged him to the ground. Be a 3rd and 16 for Aikman. Aikman under center. Back. He's got time. Bullet pass over the middle. They're going to call it incomplete. Kevin Williams short hopped him. He tried to get down. We have a flag on the play. Hold on. We got to hold on. Illegal contact defense. That's an automatic first down. Huge, massive play there. Bad time for a penalty. That's going to be on Collins. Let's take a look at it in a replay. He came up over top of his shoulder pad on his back. And I'm sorry, that's going to be Jackson with the call. They had the wrong number. It's Jackson with the penalty. Not sure why there's 2 Cowboys literally right next to each other. Along with 3 Giants. 1st and 10, they'll move it out to the 34 now. Here's a handoff to Smith. He gets away from 1. He gets away from 2. Pursuit. He just runs out of bounds. Right at the 40-yard line. Gain of 6. No stiff arms coming from his right side. Going to be tough to carry the ball, everything. He is trying to do everything he can. But right now, he is just walking around with a dead arm. 24 rushes, 144 yards so far for Emmitt Smith. 2nd and 4. And Aikman's going to go down for another sack. And guess who? Somebody named Lawrence Taylor. LT. Making his presence known finally. On the replay, Taylor's on the edge in that famous stance position, and he just blows the block right into Aikman and just side shoulder knocks him over with his shoulder pad. As he was going down, he hits Aikman with his shoulder pad, knocks Aikman to the ground. What a play by Taylor. I don't know who was on the block, who was blocking him over there. But Taylor backed him up right into Aikman. 13:04 to go, 4th quarter. Game, regulation, 13-10 Cowboys over the Giants. And it looks like the Cowboys are going to say, hold on a second, time out, man. Time the fuck out, hold on. Emmitt Smith's sitting right now at 186 total yards in this game. Emmitt Smith is a total of 186 yards in this game. So here comes Dallas. They got a task ahead of them. After the loss and the sack, it is 3rd and 12. Aikman under center from his own 30. He's back to pass. He's got time this time. He gets it out to Moose. Moose will take a huge chunk out of almost get the first down as he shoved out of bounds, maybe 2 yards short. Drive stopped right there. LT changed the whole dynamics of that drive. And then again, he disrupts it this time. Coming up the middle, putting pressure on him. Another stoppage of play. Not sure what this is about. Whoa, okay, I did not know that. That stoppage we had before, when I said it looks like the Cowboys needed a breather, the Giants actually took a timeout. So they have 2 left. And now, before this punt, they just took another timeout. So again, Giants using 2 timeouts way prior to the 2-minute warning in both halves. They are down to 1 now. 1 timeout left with the Giants plus the 2-minute warning. That's all they have left now as far as stopping the clock. Not sure why you would call a timeout on punt formation. So here we go. It's a 4th and real short. Maybe the Giants felt there was a fake coming on. Jet, he's back. Kicks it away. This one's a good one. Mega takes it at his 8, gets to maybe the 11. 3-yard return on a massive punt. 12 minutes, 17 seconds left in the 4th quarter. In the game, in regulation, in Giant Stadium, 1993. Week 18, NFC East crown is what they're fighting for. Both teams going to the playoffs. One's going to win the division and have home field throughout. The other, well, looks like they're going to have to go on the road for a minute. See how it all plays out. As we come back from break after the punt. 1st and 10 for the Giants at their own 11. Sims under center. Sims gives it to Hampton on the toss. Hampton busts up for maybe 4 yards. Giants trail by 3. 13-10. Shut out the first half. They come back with 10 unanswered in the second half. A tale of 2 halves. All Cowboys offense, first half. All Giants offense, second half. And Lawrence Taylor was within a whisker of blocking that punt, as they just showed on the replay. 2nd and 6 after the gain of 4 by Hampton. Sims, pass. And that's in and out of the hands of Pierce. Another big tight end for the Giants. Unable to handle the ball. It Sims through. Problem is, it hit him in his hands. I don't know why it hit him there. Just a drop. So here we go. This is a big 3rd down right now for the Giants, and a big 3rd down for the Cowboy defense. Sims in the shotgun, 3rd and 6. And that's going to be offsides on the Cowboys. That's Haley. Charles Haley. First time calling his name. Just took off way before anybody did anything. I don't know what he was thinking or doing. He was a little anxious. Madden's saying the new word unabated is like saying mayonnaise. New word. So now that makes it a 3rd and 1. That changed the complexion of everything right there. Sims under center now. Quick pass. Hits his man. Big gain and first down and more. Nice pass there by Sims. And of course, that's Howard Cross on the reception. Big reception there. 1st and 10. False start. Offense. False start. Offense. On Kratt. Bob Kratt, the false start on the Giants, back them up 5. 1st and 15 now. Sims is under center. Goes back to pass. He's looking. He's going to be sacked. That's Jeffcoat again. Wraps him up like a... Put him in there like a little bear hug and just stood there and the whistles blew. 10:53 to go. 4th quarter game. Regulation. NFC East title. Home field advantage. Whole lot on the line here. 13-10. Cowboys ahead of the Giants in the Meadowlands. 2nd and 21. Sims under center. Back to pass. He's going to go down again. Another sack. There's Jeffcoat again. Back-to-back sacks for Jeffcoat. We'll watch him on the replay. There is, like, it basically not even being blocked right here. Jumbo Elliott just could not get the job done with that sore back. Probably hurting the Giants more than helping them right now by staying in the game with that injured back. Elliott having a major issues with the back all season long. 3rd 25 after the 4-yard sack. Sims is now in a shotgun. Got time this time. In a play, he's blown dead. That's why he had so much time. 2 flags on the field now. One came in before the play. One just came in now. So 2 plays. It's going to be a delay of game on the Giants. They did not get the play off in time. Play clock is non-existent. They don't put it on the screen. I have no idea what the play clock looks like. I don't even know what the game clock looks like until they put it up. Every time they put it up, I tell you how much time's left. Sims, shotgun. They declined the penalty. Sims rolls out to his left. He's dancing, looking for somebody. Comes across the field. Finds Meggett in the middle of the field. He gets up. He gets loose. Gets out to the 35. Not going to be a first down, but, man, they took a chunk out of there. Giving the punter a little bit more room. And they're not quite done with this play yet, Cowboys and Giants, as they exchange greetings. .905 to go. Mike Horan back to punt for the Giants. This will be his 3rd punt of the game. Gets rid of this one. Not a good kick, a line drive. Taken on one hop by Williams. He cleans this one. Catches this one clean and gets up for 5. 33-yard punt. 5-yard return. Give him 28 on the net. Good field position for the Cowboys here as they lead this game 13-10. We're under 9 to go in the game, in the quarter, in regulation. Cowboys-Giants battling for the NFC East. How we doing out there, guys? Thanks for tuning in tonight, man. Appreciate you. I appreciate the chat, man. Chat's on fire, going good. Having a good time calling this game. Hope you guys having a good time. Hope the presentation's good. Hope you're enjoying it. Hit the like, hit the follow, hit the sub, hit all that fun stuff. Hit it. Hit it. Hit the thumbs up. Aikman under center at his own 35. Here's a handoff to Smith. Smith gets up, past the line of scrimmage, good for 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Emmitt Smith is playing. To say he's playing hurt is beyond. That's not even giving the guy his due right now. He is trying to work that right arm like he's doing a half a chicken dance. He is not getting up on it. Basically playing left-handed right now. Michael Irvin has not got a pass yet. He has not caught anything. Aikman back, middle of the field. And there he is, Michael Irvin will dance, get the first down and a little bit more. So Irvin, with his first catch, is good for a first down and a few more yards. Speak of the devil. Clock running, 7.5 to go. 4th quarter, game, regulation, NFC East. 1st and 10 from their own 48. Handoff, Emmitt Smith, dead up the middle, good for 4 yards. He gets onto Giant territory. Mark him at the 48. Emmitt Smith is going to need that. It's going to need a hot tub and a lot other, man. He is gutting it out right now. What an effort by Emmitt Smith playing with one arm and hasn't missed a beat. Is anything, he's getting better as this game went on. Definitely. What an effort by Smith. Aikman back again to Smith. Smith will dance. He's going to be caught in the backfield and just go down. He gave himself up so he didn't take a hit on the right side. Pretty intelligent. But he needs help up. And he is not looking good right now. That's Collins who got into the backfield and buried Smith for the loss. Emmitt Smith coming off the field here for this play. And he's carrying his arm like he's carrying it like this off the sideline. Literally carrying it like this. 3rd and 11. Aikman under center. He goes back to pass. Plenty of time. Pump fake. Scrambles to his right. Throws it sideline. Incomplete. Giants defense stands tall. And that's Collins again. Another big defensive stand. Cowboys defensive stand. Giants defensive stand. Cowboys defensive stand. Giants defensive stand. Giants defensive stand. Cowboys defensive stand. What a defensive slugfest right here. A battle in between the 25s. Jet gets this away. It'll bounce. It's going to take a giant hop, and they're finally going to jump on it at the 16. Lawrence Taylor getting fired up over there. 5:35. 4th quarter game regulation. NFC East title. Cowboys 13. Giants 10. Setting up for an epic finish here. Both defenses absolutely stellar. Let's not shortchange Hampton either. Rodney Hampton having a big game too. Sims under center. Play action. Sims to the sideline. Gets his man. I think that's Pierce with the catch. No, that's Callaway again. Sorry. Gain of 9. Sims to Callaway. 2nd and 1. From the 26. Handle. Hampton. He'll get the first down and get out to the 25-yard line. 77,430 attendance just announced in Giants Stadium. Different era, different time, man. 4:45 game, quarter, regulation. Sims under center, goes back, handoff, Hampton up the middle, good for 5. Norton on the tackle there. Inch by inch. Yard by yard. Both teams. Rodney Hampton, 20 rushes, 72 yards. Half of his counterpart at that position. 2nd and 5. Handoff. Hampton. Give him 3. 3rd and 2. Here's a big 3rd down coming. Clock is running. Sims, Elliott, and Oates, Pro Bowlers for the Giants. 3:45 to go. Third and 1, Sims under center. Handoff, Hampton, first down and more. Move the sticks. Clock keeps running. Giants on a drive. And they'll be right at the 43-yard line, their own 43-yard line. Again, both these guys earning every yard. Both teams on offense have earned every single yard that they have gained, man. Sims under center, 1st and 10. Play action, back to pass. Looks, middle of the field. Callaway wide open, and he's going to be tackled at the 40 of the Cowboys. 2:40 to go. In the 4th quarter, in the game, in regulation. Here come the Giants. Let's see if they get this playoff. They'll have to get a playoff before the 2-minute warning. Angus Clip coming. 2:25 and ticking. Timeouts left. Cowboys 2, Giants 1, plus the 2-minute warning. Handoff, Hampton. He gets to the outside, and they get him maybe to the 35. Darren Smith on the tackle, and he stops him, and the clock stops at 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter in the game, in regulation. 1993, Week 18, Cowboys, Giants, 13-10. Cue the freaking GOAT. Cue the GOAT. Angus.
Such a man is the Houston Oilers' Billy Johnson. Johnson is pro football's long-distance runner and the last of a dying breed, the triple threat.
As a ball carrier, he averaged over 17 yards a carry and scored a 61-yard touchdown. As a pass receiver, Billy J averaged over 20 yards a reception and caught 3 touchdowns, his longest a 71-yarder. The 6-point dance was Billy's signature, but his trademark was returning kickoffs and punts, something no one did any better. Number 84 led the NFL in punt returns and scored 2 touchdowns, his longest an 87-yard cross-country spectacular against the Seattle Seahawks. In an age of specialists, Tiny Billy Johnson was a virtuoso as he scored touchdowns running, receiving, and returning, and averaged a gaudy 60 yards in so doing.
Shazam!
Shazam! There you go, Billy White Shoes Johnson. The man who kind of brought the touchdown celebration to life like nobody other. I used to do that in the schoolyard when I would score a touchdown when we were playing football in the schoolyard during recess. I do the Billy White Shoes Johnson dance. Yes. All right, here we go. Ready? Time to finish this up. We are paused at 1 hour, 54 minutes, 13 seconds. 1 hour, 54 minutes, 13 seconds. That's where we're paused. And we are ready for the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter of the game of regulation. Let's find out what the Giants have in store for the Cowboys as they try to finish this drive off. From 1993, Week 18, Cowboys, Giants, 13-10, 2 minutes to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One timeout apiece. 2nd and 5. Ball's at the 35-yard line of the Cowboys. 2 minutes to go. One timeout for the Giants, one timeout for the Cowboys. Sims under center. Toss to Hampton. Hampton trying to get to the outside. Gets to the outside, but he gets overturned. He's not going to get to the first down. It's going to be probably a long 2 yards. 1:45 to go. Clock is running. It's going to be a 3rd down. Looks like a long 2. We're going to call it 3rd and 3. 1:20 to go. Clock is running. Sims under. Handoff. Hampton. He got the first down and more. And he breaks loose and gets taken down at the 22-yard line of the Cowboys. Washington, the last man between Hampton and the end zone and the Giants in the NFC East title. Ball short, brings him down at the 22. 1st and 10 from there. Just get there in time to take his feet out from underneath him. Game saver. We got a Cowboy down. That's the reason for the stoppage. 25 carries, 98 yards for Hampton. He is ready for the century mark. That's Everett who's down for the Cowboys right now. They get him up to his feet. He's going to walk off on his own a little bit shaken up.
1 minute 9 seconds. Here comes Sims back on after the injury timeout. 1st and 10 from the 23 of the Cowboys officially. 1:09, clock is stopped. Sims under center. Timeout apiece. Hampton tries to get to the outside. They're going to bring him down at about the 19-yard line. There goes Hampton over the century mark. 55 seconds left in the game. In the quarter in regulation. 2nd and 7. Gain of 3 there. Handoff. Hampton again. He tries to get outside. They slow him down, but he still manages to skip ahead for another 3 yards. Leon Lett with the tackle. 38 seconds. And then the Giants are going to take the last time out at 38 seconds. Cowboys still with 1 left. Hampton on this drive has 9 carries for 43 yards in this drive alone. And that's enough to put him up and over the century mark. No timeouts for the Giants. Dallas won. 38 seconds. Ball is sitting right at the 15. Here comes Sims up to the line. It's a 3rd and 2 officially. Sims under center. Play action to Hampton. He goes back. Pass. And that gets out to... That's Pierce. "25 seconds. Clock is rolling. No first down. It's 4th down. Dave Treadwell's on. 15. 14. Setting up from 31. Dallas says timeout. Whoa. Slow everything down at 14 seconds. So the Cowboys may be doing the Giants a favor here, because the Giants had no choice but to hurry the fuck up. 14 seconds, yeah, field goal. The team was there and they were pretty much set and ready. So they probably would have snapped it with probably around, where they call it timeout 14. They could have taken it all the way down as far as they wanted to, actually. So absolutely awesome special teams by the Giants, getting the field goal unit on the field as quickly as they did. If anything, catching Dallas a little bit off guard. You have the timeout, Miles will use it and save a little bit of time. You're going to get, if they make it, you're still going to have to get the kickoff here. Setting up, 31 yards out. Here we go. 14 seconds. Kick is up. And the kick is good. And we're tied with 10 seconds left in the 4th quarter in the game in regulation. 13-13. NFC East crown is on the line. Both teams 11-4. Winner take all in the NFC East. And a hell of a victory for whoever. This was an absolutely amazing running back versus running back. Emmitt Smith versus Hampton. And Giants defense versus Dallas defense. Just a huge, immense battle in between the 25-yard lines. Emmitt Smith playing with one arm. I don't know how much gas is left in either tank of either team, but man, 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It looks like we're headed for free football. Big kickoff here. Big special teams challenge. You do not want to give them any kind of a massive return here. Here we go. Ball falls off the tee before De La Russo gets there. We'll have to tee it up again. They're going to tee it back up. See what goes on here. Here he comes again. Kick is away. Williams takes it back. 6 seconds left. 6 seconds left on that clock. He's just shy of the 30, right at the 29. Let's see what the Cowboys do here. 6 seconds to go. They're going in victory formation, so they're going to take a knee and go to overtime. We got free football. Free football here on Vintage Monday Evening Football. What a way to open it and start a new show. With Week 18 in 1993, Cowboys-Giants locked up in a 13-13 battle for the NFC title. Are you kidding me? Emmitt Smith, an absolute beast tonight, playing hurt, playing with one arm. Rodney Hampton on the other side of the ball, he's over 100. And it's been all Hampton for the Giants and all Emmitt Smith for the Cowboys, and that's it for offense. Michael Irvin, 1 catch? Really? For like 6 yards, 7 yards? And Callaway has pretty much been the main target for Sims. Other than that, nothing's happening as far as passing goes. But my God, the defense is on both sides of the ball. Holy Christ, the hitting. These guys, every yard earned by Emmitt Smith and Hampton, they have earned it. And their bodies are probably absolutely feeling it. Here's the coin toss for overtime, and the Giants win the toss, and they'll take the ball. Remember, we're playing over the old time overtime rules. Remember, we're under old overtime rules, and that just means whoever scores wins. Now, the Cowboys will be kicking with that wind at the back, so pretty much look for this one to sail into the end zone. Once again, the ball blows off the tee before there's contact made. Nobody moved that time. That actually blew the tee. You don't see that. A lot of times you'll see the ball be blown off the tee. Very rarely do you see the tee get blown. And I know what the wind's like in that fucking building. Trust me. I know what the wind's like in that building. And the flags are dancing as they just showed. Here's the kick. And that's going to go all the way. Megan takes it out of the end zone. 10, 15, goes down at maybe the 17. I don't think he made it to the 18. Giants will start right there. This is about where they started their drive for the tying field goal. Now, Callaway wasn't playing that drive, but other than that, it was all Hampton. Ball's almost touching the 19. That's where they'll start. 1st and 10. Sims under center. He's got 2 receivers to the top. Hampton in the backfield. Jackson in motion. Hand off to Hampton. He bumps into his own man. Falls down at the 19 and a half. Maybe a half yard. Yeah, he gets a half yard there. So it'll be 2nd and 9. Hampton, the workhorse for the Giants today. Sims under center, 2nd and 9. Overtime. Sims, pass, out to Hampton. He gets loose. He stretches out for the 1st down. They're going to mark him a yard short, though. Great effort there by Hampton to get away from the 1st tackle and then just leap towards the 1st down marker, but out of bounds just before that. Yard short. Maybe a yard and a half. Big, massive 3rd down here. You do not want a 3 and out in overtime when you just got the kickoff. And you definitely don't want to be punting from this deep in your own territory. You don't want to give Dallas great field position. Sims under center. Handoff, Hampton. He comes the other way. He'll get the 1st down. And a little bit more. 1st down, move the sticks. Giants continue to drive in overtime. Good blocking. Enough to get him up for about 4 yards. Woodson came up with a big hit on Hampton. More Hampton of a hit on Woodson. Woodson, credit for the tackle, but Hampton tackled himself with Woodson. Handoff. Hampton, he goes the other way, towards the other numbers. He'll fall down after a gain of 3 yards. That's Leon Lett on the tackle. "30 rushes, 114 yards for Rodney Hampton. What a massive day for running backs. Both guys shining bright. Emmitt Smith and Rodney Hampton. 2nd down. Here they come on a blitz. Sims gets rid of the ball. He was hit. And the ball just came forward this time. It's going incomplete. Flag on the play. Hold everything now. This could be massive. Jimmy Johnson looking on like, what's going on, man? Who's this on? Who's this on? Sims running towards the sideline to have a quick word with Dan Reeves while they're sorting it out. Illegal chop block. Offense. Williams, Brian Williams with the big chop block, illegal chop block, offense, 15 yards, 2nd down. They did not want that. No, 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 no. Even a holding call would only been 10. Now they're backed up to their own 20. 2nd and 22. Sims comes up. He's under center. Sims. It's a handoff reverse to Meggett, who looks like he wants to throw it. Then he doesn't, breaks it down, takes off, goes nowhere. Jim Jeffcoat ankle tackle. It was a reverse to Meggett. Meggett got him over here, stopped, looked like he was going to throw, and then was like, oh shit, and then just took off. Jeffcoat grabbed him by the ankle, brought him down. So he got a gain of maybe 5. Make it a 3rd and 16 now. And Meggett's hurt, and he is limping to the sideline. Meggett trying to make his way to the bench with some assistance there. Timeout on the field. 11:43 to go. We are locked at 13. We're in overtime. Free football. Wherever you're watching from, man, hit the like, hit the follow, hit the sub, please. As they show in a replay, as Jeff Coat tackled him, your ankle don't go that way. And when you got Jeff Coat landing on that ankle that's not supposed to go that way, that's even worse. Wherever you're watching from, please hit the like, hit the follow, hit the sub. If you're enjoying vintage Monday evening football all the way to the Super Bowl. Sims in a shotgun, 3rd and 16. He's back. He's got a little bit of time. Falls down. Now he takes off. And he's going to be brought down right on the 30-yard line. Woodson on the pursuit and to bring down a Sims. So Sims will get 5 on the scramble. 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it now to the Cowboys here in overtime. So there's the Giants' possession. Haran back to punt. Gets it off. Good punt here. It bounces at the 30. Back to the 25. Back towards the 24, and it's picked up there by Wilmer. He'll down it for the Giants. And here comes Troy Aikman and crew. Trying to see if Emmitt is on the field. Emmitt Smith is on the field, one arm and everything. 26 carries, 151 yards, one-armed. Crowd is sick right now. Handoff, Smith. And he goes down and falls forward for maybe 4 yards. What an effort being put forth by the man, Emmitt Smith. All Emmitt Smith this game, all Rodney Hampton this game for their respected teams. 2nd and 8, that was a gain of 2. Aikman under center, back. He's looking to pass. He flips it over, hits Smith, and that's good for maybe. It's going to be a little short of the 1st down. A gain of 6, maybe 7. There he goes, getting up, holding his arm like it's in a sling. He's like this every time he gets up. And they're still throwing to him, and he's still going upfield. An amazing performance right here by Emmitt Smith in 1993, Week 18. 3rd and 2. Big 3rd down for the Cowboy offense. Aikman back to pass. Out to Smith again, and he's loose on the sideline. 1st down and more. He's out to the 44-yard line. 9:30 to go in overtime. Clocked at 13. Emmitt Smith on the ground, in the air. He's all over the field tonight. And doing it with a bruised shoulder. Not even able to really use his right arm. It's just like it's there. Aikman under center, takes a quick snap. Toss, Emmitt Smith. Here he comes. Good for 2. Again, slowly rising to his feet. Heads to the sideline for a breath. Well-deserved breath. My God, what a performance by Emmitt Smith. What a performance by both defenses. Smith on the sideline, on one knee. 2nd and 8. They gave him 2. Aikman back to pass. Looks. Hits his target. And that's the Moose as he falls at the Giants' 44-yard line. This is going to be close for a first down. Let's see what happens here. Looks like they might measure. Looking at the replay, Aikman. First down. As they measure it, first down by about a half a ball. Penalty on the Giants was declined. They'll take the first down. Here's a handoff to Coleman, fullback. He'll get to the 45 of the Giants. Under 8 minutes to go in overtime. Sims hoping he can get another shot. Right now, Cowboys moving slowly down the field. Ball is just on the other side of the Giants' 45. Here they come to the line. Troy Aikman under center. Aikman back to pass over the middle. Hits his man, Emmitt Smith, and he's brought down at the 37-yard line. And he could barely get up. Another catch and run. Another gain, first down for Emmitt Smith and the Cowboys. What an amazing performance. Giants defense looking at it. They need a big play here. What they need is turnover city. 3rd and 1 was just short of the first down. Handoff, Emmitt Smith, first down and another yard or 2. Hand it to him. Throw it to him. Taylor on the tackle. Taylor's sitting there sucking wind. Like, what do we got to do? We're under 6:30 to go in overtime. Right now, it'd be about 52, 53 yards. Aikman under center. Handoff, Smith, and he busts loose, and he's got another first down, plus another 2, maybe a gain of 12. Like lightning, he hits the hole. 12 yards, and he's down. Wow. Rodney Hampton, 30 rushes, 114 yards. Emmitt Smith, 30 rushes, 168 yards. Neither running back has been in the end zone. Except for Emmitt on a pass. Emmitt takes the handoff. Give him a yard, maybe a yard and a half. Ten catches for 60 to go on top of that 168 yards or 164 yards. Absolutely insane performance. Rodney Hampton for the Giants. Emmitt Smith for the Cowboys. Handoff, Emmitt Smith, and he'll get nothing on that one. Stays at the 24-yard line. Lawrence Taylor once again in on the tackle. Murray warming up on the sideline, looking for that field goal chance. Emmitt Smith, chin strap off, dead arm, helmet off, heading to the sideline. Emmitt Smith, what a fucking game. As he looks to the heavens and thanks the Lord above, drops to one knee, back up. They're going to try to get him to the bench. He is still upright and walking. He is switching and switching and wincing and finds a seat on the bench. Cowboys take a timeout at 4:22. And 4:22, we get to use the new one. Guess what? 4:22 is what we got? A new Mel Blount 420 moment. Take a hit. Murray is in the kick on third down. They're going to go for the field goal here on third down in case something happens on the snap. Novacek is your holder. Murray the kicker. And the Giants will freeze them and use their timeout. Trying to see where they're setting this field goal up from. Dan Reeves was screaming for a timeout. And when he got the timeout, he called the whole defense over. So right now, the whole defense is on the sideline with Dan Reeves about this field goal right here. Third down, in case something happens with the snap, they could take another shot. Or was Dan Reeves thinking Cowboys fake? Mel Blount 420 moment. Here we go. This is for it. Here's the snap. Clean. Kick. Up. It is good. And the Cowboys win it in overtime, 16-13. And they take the NFC East title, home field advantage, and a whole lot more. What a game. What a performance. Dallas Cowboys 1993 NFC East champions in one of the most incredible, brutal battles of NFC East history, especially in the games that the Giants and Cowboys have played. This one was absolutely stellar. Close up. LT on the bench by himself, helmet between his feet, hand on his jaw. Michael Irvin thanking everybody for showing up. An unbelievable performance by Rodney Hampton. Unbelievable performance by Emmitt Smith. Come on. And what a defensive battle. This game took place in between the 25-yard lines like I haven't seen in I don't know how long, or even can remember the last time I seen a game like that. Defensive battle in between the 25-yard lines. 29 total points. 16-13. Cowboys win it in overtime and take the NFC East title. Emmitt Smith with an absolute stellar Hall of Fame performance. 164 yards, I believe. Let's check in and see what we got going on. Let's check with the boys in the booth. Let's see what the boys in the booth have to say. Guys? Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong one. Here you go. The boys in the booth with tonight's Golden Chicken Award. Golden Chicken Award goes to Emmitt Smith. Tonight's player of the game is Emmitt Smith. 32 attempts, 168 yards. He had a long of 46. You caught 10 for 61 and 1 touchdown. Your player of the game, 1993, Week 18, Cowboys, Giants in overtime. Cowboys take it 16-13, and Emmitt Smith with an absolute beast of a game. Speaking of beast,
But look what I have to put up with here in the booth. Charlie does the whole broadcast with these shoulder pads. No, Charlie, we put these on for a special reason today. The equipment of the game has not improved a great deal in the time that I've been in football, but one thing that has improved, shoulder pads. They take so much more of the blow, so much stronger. In fact, we're going to prove that. Are you ready, Charlie?
Yeah, don't hit the throat.
Don't hit the throat? Okay. Charlie didn't even feel that, folks. One more time, Charlie.
Yeah, now they're even good.
Did that hurt, Charlie?
Yeah. Now, do I get to do the rest of the first half with these on?
You can do the whole game, Charlie.
Wait, it absorbs all of the shock, doesn't it? It's amazing.
All right, there you go. Nothing like ending the game with a little laugh there. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the vintage Monday evening football. We're going to do this every Monday night, all the way up until the Super Bowl. A different year, different era, different everything. Every Monday night right here. Stay tuned for upcoming on the Puppet Show. Stay tuned for the Sports Chat Live. Let's chat sports. Everything right here. The only way you won't miss it, hit the like, hit the follow, hit the sub. We're going to get out of here. We had a blast. We had a good time bringing this to you. I hope you enjoyed it. And as usual, always remember, please, be kind for no reason. Love your fellow man. Look out for your fellow man. And remember now, more than ever, mental health is a serious issue. We've seen 25. It's behind us. Mental health was out of control. So please, be careful to who you're talking to. You don't know what kind of day they had, or they don't know what kind of day you had. So that all leads up to one thing. Be kind for no reason. Love your fellow man. Look out for your fellow man. Stay safe. Stay blessed. We'll see you next time on the third floor. Until then, guys, enjoy the out. Peace. See ya. Enjoy the out, guys.
Shut up and sit down.
Hold it! What the hell is that shit? Raymond, where's the fucking beer, man?
It's right here, Frank. You want me to pour it?
No, I want you to fuck it. She just poured the fucking beer.
Lieutenant Colonel Django used funds from the project's black budget to procure prostitutes.
That's a lie.
And to get drugs for himself and his men.
Well, the hooker thing is definitely a lie.
Heineken? Fuck that shit! Pabst Blue Ribbon!
You ever been in a cockpit before?
No, sir, I've never been up in a plane before.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Cocaine and hookers, my friend.
He's looking at you, kid.